Guys, Saturday. Been home long enough to have a quick dinner with Christine and come down here and do this brew review. And the sun is already going down, which is pretty pathetic because it's not all that late. And I hate to admit this, but I've got leaves falling from one of my trees. You know what I'm saying? Very, very disturbing. What are we looking at tonight? Well, first of all, I have to apologize. I did not mean last night's brew review to be a brew review. Sorry. Sorry that all we did is did a brew review. I will try to just ramble on for hours about nothing. Thank you, multiple of you, for bringing that to my attention. I am sorry. That was such a shitty brew review that it was just a brew review. I will not let that happen tonight. So, I got all sorts of shit here. But I want to get good and liquored up before we start touching the guns. And, loaded. Okay, loaded. Just kidding, that one's actually the bottle opener. Yeah, it's got a fired primer. Pretty sure it probably wouldn't work out so well anyway. But, like I said, we can talk about this stuff, but I want to have a drink. I decided that I'm not going to work tomorrow. Instead, if the weather is what it's supposed to be, I thought maybe take the family shooting. That's if Samantha and Corey can make it. Well, I'm not saying that I'm not going to go if it's just me and Christine. But if it's just me and Christine, maybe I'll just bring the guns out on the boat and we'll strap like a 100-pound of In the Red to one of the bay buoys. Bottle cap looks something like that. IMPERATOR Black IPA. 8% by volume. ABITA Brewing. This is from Ed. And in case it is outstanding, there's another one right over there. And since this is already in my hand, okay. Black IPA. Has a little bit of carbonation to it. It's kind of cool. Just look at that for hours. Let's just look at that. Okay, so this one's from Ed. So I was going to try to address some of the things that Ed brought. First of all, he involuntarily left his cooler. It's a nice cooler. Ed, I might just see if I can find that on Amazon and just send you another one and keep this one. Be like a good thing to bring out on the boat, fill it full of beer. Why is all the really fun shit illegal? I mean, I didn't say I was going to drive, because that'd be irresponsible. Okay, so it's It's a brownish color, had a lot of good lofty head that was doing that really cool cascading thing. Smells, and because I've done it, I know, smells a little bit like you've combined an IPA, because you get the citrus notes, and you also get like a brown ale smell to it. Mostly citrus. So yeah, I can do both at the same time. If it really seems like fun, I just go get the other bottle and just head straight into that, because I'm gonna go try for full liver shutdown tonight. Never really works though, you know. I remember the days where you could actually talk the talk, and you know, it's nothing like partying until you throw up and then go back and do it some more. Now it's like, I just had a Chuck thought. I'm trying to avoid that. You know, like self-induced electric shock. As another funny side note, you guys that were here for the shoot, guys that you know, I already addressed this. You know, our little package that we put together that Johnny Watson won. One of the things in there was that brand new Sky Industries 9mm pistol, and one of the people that stood up and endorsed that to no end. And I think he had, you know, rightfully so. You know, Jimbo here, Jimbo-matic, you know, works for Florida Custom Weaponry Finishing, and they sell a lot of handguns. And he says they've sold more than 120 Sky Industries pistols and haven't had a single one, other than a guy that intentionally tried to break it, return. Unfortunately, Jim, Johnny got home and decided to clean his new pistol, which I could be wrong. Maybe guys were loading up and shooting it, but I personally saw one mag go through it. So we'll just say 25 rounds or less. Broke. Found multiple parts inside of it pertaining to the mainspring assembly. I think the retainer that holds the spring onto the guide rod broke, and the whole assembly came apart in less than 25 shots. Not exactly a stellar endorsement, but then again, who am I to talk? Because I can't find any bad press, except for in the 10mm flavor of the Rock Island Armory 1911. Actually, they call it the 2011, and mine made it to the second shot before it had to go back to Rock Island. I can see she's by a pool, I believe. She is absolutely in no fear of drowning. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure if she went face in, she'd flip over faster than my ex-wife does in bed. Okay. The first thing you notice is a citrus hit. Citrus. Kind of more of a floral kind of a citrus. It really isn't a... Is it grapefruit? Is it pine? It's definitely not pine, so I guess it's grapefruit. But it's more of a more of a like a floral, bitter kind of a citrus to it. Right behind that is nothing. Oh, I think it still smells like Jim. You know, the one thing I noticed, as soon as I put this shirt on, I could feel my penis grow 3 sizes. These stupid things. But, as a side note to that, I made up that awesome beer from yesterday. Put a little bit in here with the old aluminum foil. Yeah, it's aluminum foil. It's transparent aluminum. I got it from the Enterprise. Cellophane. Poke a few small holes in there, and the little pieces of shit go inside. Frolic in the Imperial Stout, and die. That one is also dead. And it worked quite well because there's a lot of them in there. They really like that. I noticed that they like that more than red wine. Now I kind of like the little bastards, you know? So you get this kind of floral, bitter citrus, kind of a dead spot. And then the flavor kind of comes on. Again, it's kind of a dry, bitter beer all around. Not to the point where I consider it a bad thing. You know, it's good. In the end, is kind of just more of the same, but maybe a little bit lighter. It's not real like roller coaster complex or anything like that. It's kind of like from start to finish pretty much the same thing. It just kind of mellows out as it goes. After kind of picking up that kind of dead, you know, neutral area in the beginning. Oh, and Smile Money, I did get your message. It's just I haven't had the opportunity to respond back. But dude, you gotta stop with the pictures and stuff. I mean, the little hand-drawn doodles representing me and you holding hands, walking in the streets of Pennsylvania. I mean, it's just I'm flattered and all, but just I'm good. You don't have to send me any more of the little stick guys. Yeah, I'm not sure I like this. It's unique. It's not bad. I'm not sure I could say drink them all night. It's definitely more on the hoppy citrus side of things. I mean, I've had some black ales and ales, not gales. And I guess for the most part, I don't know. It's like a black ale to me is kind of like you know, it's like Switzerland. It's just kind of neutral, and I seem to just like the stuff that, you know, walks that bolder edge, you know, in my beers. Because otherwise, I'd just sit and drink Corona and Moosehead like some fucking loser from Philadelphia. Not Smile Money. I'm sure he's classier than this guy that I'm thinking of. Okay, that time, like the end of it was closer to like a brown ale. Again, you know, take a fairly aggressive brown ale and mix it with a fairly aggressive IPA, and what's left behind is like a combination of the two of those. I mean, I've done that. It's not bad. Imperator. Being flanked by one. Can't wait till I kill them all. Okay, well that's from Ed. I guess this means I don't hate it. Okay, so get this out of the way. On the E scale, Imperator Black IPA, 8% by volume. On the E scale, like I said, I like that boldness. I like that about it. It's just one of those things where I'll know probably even by, you know, we'll start off right now giving it a 7.5, and maybe by the time we're through the second bottle, you know, hours from now at least, get an idea if I'd stick with the 7.5, or maybe it goes to an 8, maybe it goes to a 7. Okay. I want to thank Ed for a bunch of stuff. I got some beers here that I'll be doing a review on. I brought a 6-pack of Sierra Nevada. You should have seen the look on his face when I informed him that it's actually made in Minneapolis. I don't think I've done a review on that though, so that's fine. And then he brought a 4-pack of something I reviewed, and I made the comment that I think maybe this is something that would cellar and become even better. The Dark Truth Stout. It starts off at 9.7%, and I personally believe any of the beers at 9 or above, that's that alcohol and all that little chemistry shit that's going on in there, that really make them change. And so there's a 4-pack of those. So at next year's shoot, they'll be exactly a year plus old. So maybe me and you, Ed, can enjoy them then. What else? Ed sent me a holster for my Ruger Vaquero chambered in .44 Magnum. He sent me a holster for it, which has inspired me to try to lose weight so I can wear it versus going out and getting an extension to make it work. And he said quite a while back that there was a knife that came with that holster, and he brought the knife with, and it kind of reminded me of Crocodile Dundee. That's not a knife. This is a knife. It's a big ass knife, Ed. I have no idea what it's made out of. It has a very cool decorative look. It's very shiny, and that'll go good with the holster, which is hang on a second, I don't know how. I guess it's not too difficult to get to. It has a pattern on it. I've shown it before. And it has a right hand strong side and a your weak side. So for a cross draw holster on one side and your primary on the other. And then the knife, I'm not exactly sure where the hell you'd put it on here, but it is a very cool holster and a very cool knife. And I hope to be able to use it sooner than later. Thanks to Shackley. Breakfast shakes. Yeah, Chuck, that's like an endorsement right there. Shackley. Breakfast shakes. And nutritional supplements. Get yours from Mrs. Nyhap. Ed also brought a bottle of Jameson, a bottle of Jack Daniels, and a bottle of Bushmills. I don't know if the Jack Daniels and the green label is different than what I've had before. I mean, I've never had the green label stuff, so I don't know if it's the same stuff or not. So, got that. Got enough whiskey in here. I don't have any beer to show, but Miguel Gonzalez Firearms, Chris Alone with Company's sex toy. He also brought a bottle of Jameson because, and I told him last year not to feel bad about it, but one of the the live and learn guest last year took it upon himself just to start opening up unopened bottles that were sitting down here. It was actually a gift last year, and he happened to start giving it to other people, and Miguel was one of them, and Miguel felt bad, and I'm just like, well, don't, it's like, drink it up. It's not a huge deal, but Miguel brought a replacement bottle for it, so I think there's like 4 bottles of Jameson on the shelf now. And I made a comment yesterday that after the Fanoodle wrapping job from Smile Money, that I would show you the beers, and we've got, was it 2 from Yards, or is it 3 from Yards? Where's this one from? 3 from Yards. The Poor Richard's Tavern Spruce. The Love Stout. The Extra Special Ale. Those are from Yards. And then there was 3 from Victory. Storm King, which I did review, and I have to go back and look at the review. I have to honestly admit, there's probably a shitload of things that were probably really, really good, and I was a craft newbie and couldn't appreciate it. So I'd be happy to take a second look at it. We'll just add it. If we review this one, Dirt Wolf, say, a double IPA, that could be the second beer in the same review. And Hot Devil. I'm not sure if I've done this one or not. I know I did the Storm King. And it might as well have been a decade ago. I couldn't tell you anything about it. Victory usually has some pretty good stuff, though. Let's see. Recap. Ed gave me a free cooler, a knife, a bunch of whiskey, a bunch of beer, and an intimate evening. yeah, so you can't even see that over here, can you? I wish I had one of the ones off the AR loose so you could actually see the ridiculous difference. 22 pounds is what this weighs in at, and there is the Huber brake. The Damascus steel look on all sides. Right at the top, you can see Huber in it. Hey, tall heads, smile, wait for the flash, and get the fuck out of our country. Yeah, it's, I mean, that is a monster. It actually doesn't, it weighs, I don't remember what it didn't weigh all that much more than the one that was on here, but this thing definitely does work. Now, does it diminish all the recoil and make it feel like a 22? No, this is a 50 cal. This is a big damn bullet. You know, I don't remember the exact number, but it's like 89, almost 90,000 psi at the moment that you pull the trigger. That's a lot of shit going down right there. And I can tell you, even though we had a couple of instances of pirates, well, actually nobody actually became a pirate. John Huber, I just wasn't familiar with this scope, and he was trying to figure out why the eye relief, which actually isn't really the eye relief, with a parallax was a problem, and just got a little too close and put a little cut on the side of his nose. And Agent Chaos, it's almost like ew when he watched the slow-mo, but it all happened so fast it like knocked his sunglasses down and got in between the eyepiece and his nose, and of course he's got a big old shit-eating grin on his face from firing that, and I'm just like, dude, you're bleeding. But yes, I very much can tell you that that is making a big difference over the way it was. You know, instead of just being this really hard snap, it's kind of more of a big pushback. It's more shotgun-esque, kind of like pulling both the triggers on the 10 gauge that I have. So that's, hang on, where are we at? Got hours gone by yet? No, shit. It's only like 8 minutes more than yesterday, for God's sakes. I was gonna wait until got a bunch of beers that Jim actually picked up over at the Keyport that I could review. He bought them because he just wanted to, you know, drink good beers. But I want to say thanks to Jim for having that made. Laser. Wait for it. Wait for it. That's cool. Looks like it's paint, but it's it was done with Wazer. I don't know. This obviously isn't a Defense Solutions. Fort Worth, Texas. So I noticed it's got the newer newer style, and no tilt. So that is cool as hell. I think that's about it. Politics? I don't have anything for today. Tomorrow, if there is a tomorrow, or the next thing we look at is something from Johnny Watson with his new broken pistol. One of lots of things that Johnny brought. I've reviewed this, and I remember liking it, but I don't remember if it actually blew my skirt over my head or not. But this is the barrel aged Bigfoot barley wine style ale, and it is aged in whiskey barrels. Again, maybe it says so on the back. I don't know, because to say that it's a whiskey barrel is completely different than saying it is a used whiskey barrel, because one is going to give you an oak flavor, and the other one is going to give you a whiskey oakish flavor. But this is obviously a Kentucky bourbon cask, barrel aged version, an oak, nearly a year before unleashing it into the wild. So it's been aged for almost a year, I guess. I was looking at a couple things from Johnny, and I went with this one because it's 11.9%, and the other one was, I think, 11, so this one beat it by 0.9. But it's got this, and we've proven endlessly in the past that if your craft beer comes with a cork in it, it is almost a guarantee that you are going to love it. So Sierra Nevadas, which of course this one doesn't list Minnesota is its origin. This one's got Nevada. I know they have different breweries. I'm pretty sure that one, where Ed brought is from Minneapolis. But Sierra Nevadas, Bigfoot, barreled. Why do I keep saying barrel? Barrel aged. Oh, and because of that cork, it almost doesn't fit. Let's just bring the camera upstairs and set it in the living room, and I'll watch an episode of either Firefly, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Oh, as a footnote, makes it even more cool. The 5.7x28 is a lot of the characters in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. carry this pistol. That is important. And 20 rounds of, well, if you go off of what the libtard, I guess I'd have to look it up to find out what piece of shit libtard senator or congressman or congresswoman or what idiot said it, but this gun, according to them, is exclusively on this planet for killing cops. That's funny. We had a lot of fun at the shoot with this, and I don't believe any of us wasted a cop. I don't even think it even came up in discussion. FN Hurstel. This, if you have, I have to admit, if I hadn't had the opportunity to shoot this, well, I guess I told Jim I was going to take it even before I shot it. But after shooting it, there was no way I wanted to not put this in the collection. And I saw a video the other day. Evidently there is a newer style that actually has, I don't think they changed anything. They changed the front a little bit and they added cocking serrations up front. But other than that, I guess it's like the same damn gun. Definitely a cool ass. And if you live in an unconstitutional pussy state, you can get a 10 rounder. This is the 20 rounder, and I have ordered the 30 rounder. It adds, I guess I'll wait and see, but it looks like it adds about 10 rounds. So if we get out and do some shooting tomorrow, this one is definitely one of the ones that's going to go. Oh, duck. Did y'all duck? Ooh, that's scary. That was touch and go there for a moment. Ooh. Oh. 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 This thing actually has a pretty impressive trigger in it. Unfortunately, due to the fact that I don't feel like emptying the 20 rounds out of it, I cannot show you the reset, which is very impressive on it. The trigger pull is very light. There's a little bit of a run up and until it breaks the wall, but it has one of them damn magazine safeties, which absolutely make no sense unless you're a politician or a lawyer. Someone tried to explain that to me, and it just seemed like more double talk. Here's the logic. You've got a round in the chamber, right? Actually, in this particular case, I don't feel safe because I don't. But okay, let's just, for the sake of it, let's just say that there's a round in the chamber, and you're a law enforcement agent, and some guy grabs your gun, you grab the gun, and you're busy fighting over it, and like somehow in the middle of this fight you do like a James Bond maneuver and you get to the mag release and you eject it, and then the guy takes your gun. Now it's useless, even though there's a round in it. There just seems to be so much Hollywood shit leading up to that moment that just doesn't seem like a valid. I already figured out exactly how it works, and it could be so easily circumvented. I saw some guy that did a video that said, if you have one of these, do not, I repeat, do not take the magazine release out of it, because the gun won't be able to do this. The magazine safety is also the mechanism for pushing this out. You see that little ledge right there, little lip. That stupid design. See, are you happy? We just didn't do a brew review. This is gonna be really bright. See that bar running right there? It's kind of held in place by a little plastic, like welded block. That is the magazine safety. And at the back, it meets up. It meets up with a little arm, and all you don't have to take that thing out of there. All you need to do is, I don't know, maybe for the sake of doing no damage to it, you can temporarily take it out, and if you just nip the very end of it off, it won't be able to push on the trigger bar, and it won't do what it's supposed to do. But it'll still be able to push a mag out. If you were to just take it out, you'd have to like push the button in and then pull it out with your fingertips. Safety Sally's, it's loaded. It's loaded. That's some scary shit right there. So Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., we could be up watching that, sitting on the couch, goofing off at the 5.7. What? Bring something up, for God's sakes. Scott? Anybody? Anybody? Okay. I'm going to take some self-initiative. And I'm going to finish this. And then I'm going to move on to some virus vodka. As a footnote, if you get, I don't think I have a small safe. I have a pretty decent safe. Even if you take the lower off of this, it still doesn't fit in the damn safe. So I just use a piece of chain that has a 15,000 pound towing capacity, and I just lock it to one of the main posts back there. Thieves are lazy, and I would really be surprised, and I don't want to mention any people in particular, but just going to be too lazy to carry something out that weighs, 22 plus pounds. Might bring that out and shoot it tomorrow. Why not? So I bought a laser bore sight, thinking that I could take care of some of the getting me on paper with the JP, because swapping out the scope, I kind of went backwards on that and have to start over. And the Mosin and I guess I'm not going to mess with the Mosin. At 100 yards, me and a whole bunch of people were able to actually, what are they, 6-inch steel plate that had gotten hit and spun sideways on the rack that was out at the 100-yard point. And everybody that I think shot the Mosin was still able to hit that plate even though it was sideways. So I think the Mosin's probably back to at least being dangerous. But the break on that is so big that if you have a laser bore sight, one of the ones that looks like a large golf tee, the end of it doesn't get anywhere near being in the barrel. So I can't use it with that. My sad face. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to block the flotation titty girl. Not that I would actually personally know this, but she's a porn star. Johnny Watson told me. Okay, guys. Enjoy your Saturday. If I'm having way too much fun, I won't see you tomorrow, but kind of want to check out the Bigfoot Ale. So you guys enjoy your Saturday night, and we will see you tomorrow.